All right, welcome to Charlie Pueblo Field for the fifth game in this homestand against the West Rebels. Jack Moffitt hits it to left field. It is in play. He got held up at first. So
not a great start.
No, one pitch, one hit. But we'll see how the rest of that goes. But welcoming, last night we had Lucas Crisp helping us out. Today we have an OG, Tyler Graves, here tonight. So we'll get into a lot of different topics tonight as we. That looks like that's going to be to center field to Tyson Montevice. He hauls it in for out number one. We'll get into some topics tonight, and who knows where that'll take us. But welcome, Tyler.
Yeah, it's been a while since I have done a baseball game.
Yeah, well, you'll make mistakes like me every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every time, you get back in it's like riding a bike, kind of, sort of. Throw over to first, nothing doing. So I'm going to go through the lineups real quick, and we'll kind of get rolling. We've already had one out here with Blount, the center runner goes. It's going to be fun. Got him out number two on the steal as Jack Moffitt is thrown out. All right, so Jack Moffitt led off, and he's in left field. Max Dugan, not Max, I can't even read. Mason Dugan, second base. Zan
Scheidecker, yeah.
I was told that before, and I still forgot it, but he's playing first. Morgan Farrell is the catcher. Will Lizinski, shortstop.
Linzinski, yep.
Linzinski, yep. James Hoffman is, Linzinski. Anyway, he's a shortstop. James Hoffman, third base. Griffin Smith on the mound tonight. Harris Eddings. DH James Killefer, right field. Isaac Hunter is in center field.
Yeah.
So 2-2 count, 2 outs, and Scheidecker is the batter. It's always fun getting these names figured out. All right, on the William Blount side, Noah Harden is the pitcher. And that's a hard hit to left. Myers is going to watch it go over, so it's really important to get that one out at second.
Yep.
In other words, it'd be a 2-0 ball game. Right now, it's just 1. So for the William Blount lineup, real quick, Carson Hard, shortstop. Tyson Montevice, center field. Nitri is going to be at first. Cole Hendrickson's at catcher. Mark Sackerman, third base. Drew Campbell's going to be DH. Jackson Maurer, right field. Lucas Myers, left field. Gavin Wilson's at second. And like I said earlier, Noah Harden is currently on the mound. And that's going to bring up Morgan Farrell, coming up with 2 outs. Swing and a miss.
Me and you used to always talk about, visiting team getting 1 run in the first is never a death sentence.
No, you got to have a win. You have to have a run to win anyway.
Yeah.
So it just makes it a little bit harder, in my opinion. So, Tyler, we've kind of had an interesting start. I'm blaming the loss last night on Lucas because of all the games I've seen, he's the only factor that was different because they've won against Maryville, they won against
Sevier County,
they won against Heritage, and they lost last night. So that's completely on Lucas. So we'll see how it fares tonight as we get a strike 3 called. We'll see the fate of the Governors tonight and how you're involved with that. So
Yeah, we'll see if I bring him good luck.
yeah, we'll see. All right, take a break. Be back in a minute. All right, we're back here for the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 is the score as the Rebels got a homer in the top of the first inning. Carson Hard's at bat, and he takes ball one. Swing and a miss. So, Tyler, what have you been up to recently? We kind of talked a little bit off air earlier. Kind of what's going on in the Tyler Graves world? Trying to get ready for
just
career.
Getting close to finishing school. Fortunately, I'm graduating a year early from UT, and then I'm gonna have to start my master's in the fall probably. So
Outside pitch, 2-1.
as we have Carson Hard up to bat right now. I saw the stat sheet in Cup's office as here's going to be a out to first.
I need a stat sheet.
I saw a stat sheet in Cup's office earlier this week, and Carson has I think he has the highest percentage on the team, batting percentage.
Might be close with Tyson, I think. Tyson's
Yeah.
like 5 something. Can you say Tyson's last name? That's the real question.
No.
I think it's right, but it's Montsevice. Montsevice, not Montsevice. Carson also has a bunch of steals, too. You might want to look at that category. 1-1's the count.
And then going back to that conversation, getting ready for spring football. So.
Yeah, I think you said the last of April is when that starts. What'd you say?
April 21st is our first
21st.
day.
All right. You still doing running backs?
Nope. Gonna do receivers this year,
Okay.
which is what I'm a little more comfortable
3-1.
with. So,
Okay.
that's always good.
Got any new people coming out that you know of? Like anybody that you
We got a few.
ball's hit the first, he's out.
Yeah, we got a few guys that have come out over the winter. Luke McCall and Jackson Rogers are a couple of names. Also Ethan Black. So two basketball kids, and then Rogers, he plays baseball. So they should be able to
The real question
hopefully help us some.
real question is, do you have any like very, very athletic 6'6", 280-pound linemen?
I don't think we have anybody that big that we have.
That's a slender 280 at 6'6".
Yeah.
High and inside. You just need 5 of those.
I will say our they're currently freshmen, but going to be sophomores. They are
Found out to play behind us.
that class has some pretty talented
And this is Davis Nitro.
individuals in it. So
Yeah. Well, y'all have done a good job of kind of building a team over the last few years. So hard hit to
the gap.
left center. Yeah.
Oh, he's going to.
He's going to make it too.
Yep. Yeah, started out in 22. Obviously, that was a really rough year, but we were able to grow our numbers by about 30 going into 23. Had a really good year in 23.
Yeah, this level is about, grow your numbers to 30 does all kinds of things. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, just that first year, it gives you more options. And you have a bigger pool to find somebody.
And like practice purposes, scout team and stuff
Yeah.
like that, JV team.
So has it grown from there?
Yeah.
Ball
Recently,
time.
we've kind of hit
And this
our-
is Cole Hendrickson.
we
Sorry.
kind of hit our peak recently. We've kind of plateaued
That's fine.
as far as numbers, but I mean, we're up to. I think we have right now, not including the incoming freshmen, we have probably 75. So, and that's not
Okay.
including the incoming freshmen. So,
And you're moving different region next year too, right?
yes, so we're going to be in 5A, Region 2, which
That hit Hendrickson
Ooh.
in the side there.
that's no fun. So yeah, the thing about that region is, yeah, we're dropping a class. We're dropping from 6 to 5, as we have a pinch runner, it looks like. Let's see, who's that? Number 16.
You can ask. All right, so Sacrament's up. Two on, 2 outs. Wind is blowing dead center for the most part, but he hit it left, and that's going to well, just about 5 feet foul maybe.
So you were asking me before we had some little
Action.
issue right there. So yeah, the region schedule that we got now is, we're playing a lot more region games, and they're closer, but
They're playing more region games.
yes. So we're in an 8-team region now.
Oh, okay.
So we play 7 region games because you can't play yourself, obviously, and
Ball outside. 2-3-1's a count.
The travel's much closer. We're not going to Dobbins Bennett or Science Hill or Westridge anymore. But in my opinion, the competition is just as tough, if not tougher. You have 2 state championship caliber programs in Powell and West in the region now. As that's a pop up.
But you also have some winnable games. I mean, not.
Yes,
I mean, they're all everything. Sure. What I mean by that, like, you know what I'm saying.
Games you probably should win.
You absolutely expect to win. Yeah. All right, so we'll take a break and we'll continue that conversation. The no runs for the Govs. 1-0 is the score after 1. We'll be back here for the top of the second. All right, we're back here, top of the second. Will Linzinski is the batter. 1-0 ball game. West has 2 hits. Govs have 1. And one of those hits was
a little pitch there.
Yeah, nice breaking ball. So 8-team region, 4 go to the playoffs.
Correct. So you have to win.
I would think William Blount should be a perennial playoff team, though. With what I think is in there, they should have a chance to do that.
Yeah, you have to win. You have to win at least 3 games to have a chance at going.
Yeah.
So, and then we got non-region. We have Loudon, Austin East, and Heritage this year. So.
And Heritage is back at Heritage, I believe, right?
Yes, it is.
Is it an even schedule this year as far as home and away?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What's the first game?
Loudon at home.
Okay. All right, 3-2 is the count to Lazinski. Gov's wearing the baby blue tops and white breeches.
Mm-hmm. And, the baby blue has just recently, over the past couple of years, been integrated into the baseball program here.
Right.
Witch Blue High School.
Yeah, that's right.
So we've got baby blue and navy blue and royal blue and
just pick a blue.
Maybe another blue.
Just pick a blue.
We have black jerseys. We have orange jerseys.
I'd say the baby blue looks good for the baseball team. I'm not sure if I would like it on a football. I don't know.
We also have some upgrades to the stadium since I've been here last. We got some new speakers, and
since you've been on air,
the outfield wall.
Mini version of the Green Monster 3 places. Runner
Oh.
goes. Looks like he got a chance to be picked off. He got it. So that's 2 stolen base attempts that have been thrown out. So West is aggressive. Pitcher's always going to like a walk that turns into a pickoff. Inside. Strike. So you haven't been here in a while, but you probably remember the whole sun hitting our pitchers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an advantage always to the Governors because we play it all the time. Back to the pitcher, out number 2. That's going to bring up, and that was James Huffman just batted. This is going to be Griffin Smith. Griffin's a lefty. The wind is now blowing right field, basically. Every game that we've had has been windy so far. And even though it's windy, it's probably the least windy it's been. Every game has been windy. 1-1's the count. 2 out. Top of the second. Ball's hit the first. Nitro snags it. Got it on his own. Out number 3. So effectively 3 up, 3 down with that pickoff, that walk to a pickoff. And that does it for the top of the second. We'll be back, see if we can get some runs on the board. All right, we're back here, bottom of the second. Drew Campbell's batting, lefty. Nice hits, fading a little. That's going to be caught. I thought that had a little bit more juice when I first saw it, but left center field.
23.
Cracked it down. Just going to bring up Jackson Maurer with Lucas Myers on deck. So a good sign is we're putting the ball in play. So it's just a matter of time before they fall. 1-1's the count. Rebels have a camouflage hat on today. Throw, hit the third, throw to first, out number 2.
2 out, no runners. Number 22, Lucas Meyer.
It's going to bring up Myers. A lot of these players, I mentioned the other night, a lot of these are two-sport athletes now. A lot of them played basketball this past season. Hendrickson, Myers. Hard played too, didn't he? Yeah. That does it for the bottom of the second inning. We will take a break and see if we can get some runs in the bottom of the third. We'll be back shortly. All right, we're back here at the top of the third. Harris Edens is the batter. Still a 1-0 game as we are facing the last 3 in the order here. Hopefully we can get a 3 up, 3 down and get back to hitting. Oh, the ball is kind of chopped towards Sackerman.
Yeah!
Who was not able to get the ball, but Hard coming in behind him gets the tip, like a tip drill, throws it over to first in time to get the runner out. So overall, good play. Out number 1. James Killifer is the next batter, number 9. Ball's hit right out of play.
I wonder how many baseballs are down in that little shrub patch over there.
You can go hunt them down and get you a Coke. Free Coke. That's what they used to do back in Little League, right? Find a ball, go turn it in, they give you a free Coke. 1-2's the count.
How much were Cokes back then? 50 cents?
I don't remember. I used to get them free because I get the baseballs. You got to learn not to pay for them.
We have a bird sitting on our camera right now. Safe. Yeah.
1 out. Runner at first. At the bat, number 26, Jack.
A bird sitting on a camera. I did not see what are you talking about? You're making that up. No. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, so runner at first, 1 out, throw back over Not in time, safe. So, you and Carter, I don't know who else went, but y'all went to that Wofford game last week, right?
Yes, the first round Tennessee basketball game.
Have you been to one of those yet?
Nope, that was my first one. That's my first ever NCAA tournament game that I've
What'd you
been
think?
to.
Forget Tennessee, just the experience.
It was really weird because, it wasn't just Tennessee and Wofford fans there. There were, like, Louisville fans and
Yeah.
Kentucky fans because it was in Rupp. There were people from all over there.
And one ticket gets you access to all of them, right? Or they
So it
clear
was
it out?
session.
I can't remember.
So there was the first session. You got 2 games. Second session, you got 2 games. Says we have a problem with the base here.
That's like a nightly occurrence. One of those bases gets.
Really?
Yeah, it's just the way it works. I mean, somebody slides in, gets dirt in it, they knock it off, and gets dirt in the hole that the peg thing goes in it. So then everyone stares at the person.
Yeah.
And then you get the little stomp that always makes it so much better.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 0-1's the count. Runner at first, 1 out.
That's close.
We got the leadoff hitter, Jack Moffitt, at the plate.
But yes, so the tournament.
Runner goes.
Now.
They got a chance to get it.
It hit him in the leg.
Yeah.
So yeah, the tournament game was interesting, and fortunately Tennessee won, and they're still playing Friday. It's Sweet 16 against Kentucky.
And that's at 7:39.
Yep.
We haven't decided whether we can do the game here on Friday night yet. It'll probably be a last second decision, honestly. The Turner household has some things going on. But I think they also have a game on at 2:30 against Howland, Kentucky, I believe.
Yes, doubleheader Friday.
Yeah,
and it's also signing day for everyone, for every sport not named baseball.
Right.
Because baseball already had theirs.
And we've got some players. Are they signing for football this time?
Got 3 football players on, I know. And then we've got a lot of Lady Govs signing.
That ball's hit hard.
That is
foul ball. That's a foul ball.
He
caught.
Whoa.
No. Well, he's got a better angle than I do. I thought it was foul from here. But again, my angle is way off. It was kind of right over the top of it. I can't complain about it. But that's a two run scored, right?
Yep, not good. As
so
Scott Cupp's in the house, he would call that an Eddie NG.
Now out the bat for the Rebels, number 35.
All right, so Zan Scheidecker is the batter now. So, all right, tell me the 3 people and where they're going for football.
So Luke and Aiden Telfer are going to go to Carson Newman.
Okay.
And Keegan Swank is going to Brevard College in North Carolina.
Okay. All right. You'd like to see that.
Yep.
The football's starting to put some people out there. What about, you said you had some girls going. I think
I know Darnell's signing with, I think, King.
Track, right?
Yeah, King Track. I think Samantha Klingon, I'm not sure where she's
Ball hit
signing.
the right field. That'll do it for the third out. We'll talk a little bit more when we get back, but so that's the top of the third. 2 runs scored off a 2-run homer. Again, the score's 3-0. Gov's going to have to kick it in gear on the offensive side of the game, and hopefully they can do that here at the bottom of the third. We'll be back in a minute. All right, we're back. Bottom of third. Gavin Wilson, first pitch. The third baseman. Hey, that's what you need. Got to have a little luck every now and then. So lead off. I don't know if it's a hit or error. As far as I'm concerned, it's a hit because he put it in play on this one. That's going to bring up the top of the order in Carson. Ball's hit the third again. Hops over the third baseman's glove. So now that one, that kind of had a little hop on. I think I actually would give a hit to that one. Although the third baseman probably should have been in front of it.
15.
That's going to bring up Monsiváis, who's been a pretty hot hitter as of late. Hit one on the wall last night. Another foot up and it would have been over. Here's a line drive on the rope. He lays down a bunt. He's going to be safe. Everybody's going to be safe. So the Govs are in business so far. They've got Davis Nitri up, their 3-batter. So they're in a good spot here. We have a visit to the mound from the pitcher. From the coach. My guess is he's not going to make a change. Tyler, can you see if anybody's even warming up in the bullpen over there? I can't see it from up there.
Doesn't look like.
All right, so while we're waiting on this, who are the people we were talking beforehand about? We've talked about Savannah, talked about the 3 football guys. Who else now?
So we got Looks like Christina Glass signing with for volleyball.
Okay.
Tessa Stout for lacrosse. Samantha Klingon for volleyball. And Charlie Scarlett for basketball.
Okay. And we already had a signing day earlier, I think. Some other.
Yes, we had baseball yesterday.
But even earlier in the year, we had some other people playing, I think. Because I know some other lacrosse. Some other girl lacrosse players are going somewhere. I think Carrie Coulter might be going to somewhere in North Carolina. I can't think of the name of it. Ball's hit the right center, and that's going to be against the wall. That's got a chance to bring in. Now we're going to bring in two. First and third. We got 2 runs out, no outs, and you got your 4-hole hitter and Cole Hendrickson up to bat.
No outs. 13.
Another one just shy of getting out for a granny. Oh, was there anybody else? Was that all of them?
What?
Was that all the people?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a pretty good list of. I'd like to see these people moving on.
Got a 2-0 count with no outs. That's always good.
Yep.
Do you consider, well, I guess a bunt wouldn't give you a whole lot here other than advancing one to second.
Yeah, Cole's your 4-hole hitter. His job is to drive in runs by swinging.
Like that.
And, yep, that's what he does. He finds a hole, keeps the turntables turning.
12. Mark.
Now I might consider laying one because then I'd get a runner on second and third.
Yeah.
With 1 out. Or if you lay a perfect one, you can get bases loaded with no outs.
Yeah, a lot of times your middle of the order guys, they're not going to. Now, in high school it could be different, but for the most part, they're there to hit. But that ties it up. New ball game. It's as if we just started.
We played all that baseball for nothing.
Should just jump to this inning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
just starting the bottom of the third.
And that potentially is going to go put the lead runner, the go-ahead run. Slides in, no contest. Ball was hit down the left field line. So first and second. It's going to bring up Campbell. So that was good hitting by Sackerman there. So Campbell's batting, Mauer's on deck. Still no outs here in the bottom of the third. Govs was shut out till just now.
There's the bunt.
Govs have been shut out till just now, and they've scored 4 runs with no outs here in the third.
Drew does play football for us.
Yeah.
Outside linebacker.
Another bunt attempt. He'll be swinging on the next one. So, like I said earlier, I felt like we were hitting the ball, putting it in play, and now they're just starting to find the holes now. That's the one thing I've been impressed with over the 5 games. Even last night, they scored 9 runs. They just weren't able. Honestly, I don't know if you were watching or anything, but the defense kind of had a rough night last night overall. A lot of miscues, but their bats were still there, and the pitching wasn't bad. It's just you got to make the plays. we talked earlier how the sun is kind of getting in the eyes big time of the pitcher, and I think that's a positive for William Blount because they're used to it, and these visitors never are. Swing and a miss on the outside pitch for out number one. You could tell he was looking for something else on that pitch.
23, Jackson, Bauer.
Try to throw the bat out to maybe stay alive and couldn't make a connection. Jackson Mauer's your batter with one out now.
And anything deep and high right now is going to have a chance to go out because of the wind.
Yeah, it looks like the American flag is getting wrapped around the
Yeah,
pole.
I think it's wrapped around. The Tennessee flag's blowing strong. Starting to smell that concession stand downstairs.
Well, I got to go get my payment soon.
That's what they pay you in. Hot dogs and
pay me in
cheeseburgers.
Yeah. Well, they don't have cheeseburgers this year. Hey, you missed it last year. Did you hear that story?
No. Oh, the grill blowing up or something?
Yeah, we almost got killed. Yeah. That's a daily. That's a every game we bring up the grill story. That almost ended our lives.
Oh.
That's got a chance to be out, and it is. So Michael hits a 3-run.
I'm not going to say I called that one, but I called that one.
Well, you caught it when it was in the air.
No, I was talking about a couple pitches before. I'm talking about
yeah.
anything.
Yeah, you're
anything high and long is going to probably go out.
Yeah. All right, so that's kind of what I was expecting going into this game. Would Michael Scott say, how the turntables have turned? Yeah, the turntables have turned.
Tennessee's been playing for a while now. It's we're approaching 7 o'clock, and I think they started at 4:15.
Yeah, I haven't really gotten a report on tennis this year. Like, over the years, just because I was closer, knowing some of the players due to you guys having gone there, I haven't. Other than the web girl, I don't really know who's playing. Do you know much about how they're doing?
I don't. I've not asked. I need to ask Cup probably.
Yeah, Cup usually comes in here. We'll have to have that conversation.
Yeah, he's down there talking to Leatherwood right now. As it looks like maybe this might be it.
That's usually we usually have a comedy version of a show when Cup comes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to talk about. If you want some entertainment, you need to go to, what is it, Gov Nation Now YouTube.
Sure, I think they are posting that on the school account.
Yeah, I think it's Gov Nation Now. But there's the Off the Cup podcast. It's the first one, and Tyler and I were able to be a part of the first one of those. It's going to be famous one day.
Yeah, world famous.
Yeah. I think we got out of it without making any too stupid comments. Okay. Hey, looks like we're got a new pitcher, so we're going to take a break, and we'll give you his name and all that in a minute. All right, still in the bottom of the third. Govs have scored 7. They chased the first pitcher out. Isaac Hunter, not Isaac Hunter, they chased Griffin Smith out of the game as a pitcher, and they've moved the third baseman, James Huffman, to pitcher. I'm not sure who's at third now, but ball gets away on the throw to first. Runner's going to move up.
Yep, he's going to go to
Myers
third.
going to have a chance to get the third.
And got it.
Yep, good run in there. Good job by Myers. Good running. And I never mentioned that Wilson's your batter. All right, so 1 out. Runner at third. Wilson's the batter. Swing and a miss. Evens the count 1-1. So, what are the chances of Kentucky winning 3 games against Tennessee on Friday night? By the way, I think that was horrible. I hate their bracket because of the way they set it up.
I don't think
Wilson strikes out.
I don't think, and I know Tennessee is the favorite, like based on just like sports gambling and stuff. But I would probably tend to agree that it's hard to beat a good team 3 times.
Yeah, the only thing is we just don't match up well with them. Like,
yeah,
Tennessee, Carson Hard's your batter with 2 outs. The thing with Tennessee is they haven't done well when they've had that player that can just. I'm going to contradict myself here, but when they have that one player that they're playing against that can just kind of back somebody down and score, like Janai Broom, or some of those guys. Even though we won against Auburn, it's like they're just helpless. Like, I really feel like we really missed J.P. Estrella in that situation.
Yeah, and you miss Awaka too.
Yeah, and so, with those situations, I think those are bad matchups. But with Kentucky, as Hard flies out to center, we'll come back and finish that conversation. That does it, but not before the Govs got 7 runs in this inning, and they've taken the lead 7-3. We'll be back for the top of the 4th in a few minutes. All right, we're back here, top of the 4th inning. Morgan Farrell's the batter. Govs lead 7-3 after a big 7-run inning.
Oh,
Farrell,
that was a good hit.
Probably out.
Yeah, that was a
No doubter.
nice hit there.
So Morganfeld leads this inning off with a homer. That's the catcher. And it's going to bring up Will Lenzinski. So, anyway, I was talking about Kentucky. And, I'm no basketball.
Aficionado.
Yeah, I just shoot from the hip, right? So, but anyway, I was saying, like, people like Janai Broom, we have a tough time with them. I actually struggle with why we are a bad matchup for Kentucky. I really am. But for some reason, the first two games, it's like it doesn't help that they just get hot, too.
Mm-hmm.
They've been hot in both of those games.
Yeah, they've shot really good from three both games. And something else that, I mean, obviously this doesn't mean anything if we don't win Friday, sorry.
Right.
But looking ahead to the Elite Eight matchup, if we do win, I honestly would rather play. I feel like I would rather play Houston because Purdue just for some reason has our number in seems like every sport.
I can't stand
And Houston, and the thing about the Houston game is if we do end up playing Houston, that is going to be an ugly game.
Ball's hit the short. Hard's got it, throws over a little bit.
Yeah.
Nitra is able to go up and get it, but he definitely put him off the bag on that one.
Tennessee versus Houston would be a low-scoring defensive game, and it would be really hard to watch. Would be very physical. And
but you would think
very low
physicality,
scoring.
if they let them be physical, you'd think Tennessee would have the edge on them. Wouldn't you think?
I don't know. I mean, Houston's really physical too. Both of those teams.
But are they
I
SEC
think-
physical?
Yeah, I think both of those teams are probably top 5 in the nation in defense. Last time I looked, so
Houston has a better offense, though, right? Statistically,
I'm not sure, but I know
Throw it to first.
they have a
Nothing to
top
it.
5 defense in college basketball.
I don't know. I feel like a game against Houston. I'm not a believer in Houston. Let's just put it that way.
I agree. Like when I saw the bracket come out and I saw that they were the one in our region, I got kind of excited because I think that we can beat them. I don't know about us beating Duke, for example, or Florida. So
Yeah, Florida's definitely gotten hot.
yeah, although they about lost the other day.
So, how'd your bracket do?
Not
Trey?
good. And it's because the tournament this year has
One-ones
been.
account.
There's not been a lot of Cinderellas, and
Yeah.
I think that really screwed my bracket up because I'm usually banking on a couple to pull through
Throw
for me.
first.
But
Yeah,
it was
that's
really
a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
it was really, I guess, chalky this year is the word, as in favorites won most of the games. So it's honestly been a pretty boring 2 rounds so far, in my opinion.
Runner goes, got a big lead. I think they'll.
And that is a foul ball out of the park.
James Huffman, the pitcher, is for the West, for the Rebels, is batting right now. Throw over to first again. He's got a decent move. He almost got into him. Yeah, so I mentioned this on air last night, but just telling you, my work bracket, the last 3 years, the very first game of the tournament, I'm wiped out. every the last 3 years.
Well, I picked Auburn to win last year, and they lost in the first round.
Yeah, I thought the first game on television, I've been out. My bracket's busted.
I actually did not make a paper bracket this year, but if I did, I would have had Duke winning it all.
Yeah.
So usually I fill out like one paper bracket, and that's my official bracket. Then I'll fill out a few online.
Ball's hitting the gap between first
Yeah,
and
that's
second.
that's
so
a tough
single.
one. That looked like me today in
Definitely
my
good hitting.
UT softball class over on the turf field.
13.
Softball class. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
The thing I'm doing next year And this is for the older generation who watched Seinfeld. You probably have no clue what I'm talking about. There was an episode where George Costanza, decides he's just going to do the opposite of what he'd normally do, and everything just starts falling in place for him, like in his life. And so next year, I'm going to look really hard at some of these close games, and whatever I've picked, I'm going to erase it and put the other one. Ball's hit this pitcher, throws. Oh, third. It went to Harden. He spun and threw it kind of wildly and threw it over Sacrament's head. So 1 run scores. I think he thought he had less time than he did. He actually had plenty of time to make that throw. Good thought, just hurried it. So that's going to bring out coaches to the mound, have a little conversation. Probably not a pitching change. They're just going to talk it over. So we'll just kind of stay here. But, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the opposite of what I think I'm supposed to do. And let's see how that works.
I did a mascots bracket this year where I only picked based on like which mascot would win in a fight. And not surprisingly, the Iowa State Cyclones were my champion because what can beat a tornado? And, well, they're already out of the tournament, so that didn't work out.
Hurricane.
I don't think we had a Hurricanes this year, did we? No Tulsa, no Miami.
Oh, you meant okay, you meant they actually made it into the bracket. Okay. I didn't know. Yeah.
I was doing it, so I would go through and just
basically off of
I'd pull up their mascot and be like,
yeah,
okay.
I was thinking when I said that.
We had a UC San Diego made a deep run because they're like the Tritons, and I looked it up and it was like a
another hit there. They're going to hold the run.
Bases loaded now.
Base loaded, no out.
So basically, a Triton.
7-5 ball game.
As I understood it, it was like this. This like mythological creature that has a UC San Diego Tritons.
So is that like a? Is it like a? I don't know what that is. All right, tell me what
it's
it
like
is.
This mythic. When I looked it up, is like this mythical creature thing that had like a, not a pitchfork. It was kind of like a pitchfork, or if you've seen their logo, that's what it kind of looked like.
Yeah.
So they made a deep run. It's like I'm not sure what can beat that either.
Yeah, I'm sure a gentle dog wouldn't have made it, being smoky. One count. We have bases loaded again. Like we said, no outs. And 9 hits it right over Nitri's extended glove. That's going to score 2 runs. And now you have first and third.
The Corners.
So we now have a tie game again. So here we are again. We just started over.
Yep.
Could have just started it right here.
Correct.
So still no outs. Runners at first and third. And is that throw down to
out
second for out number 1. Yes, we desperately need an out no matter how you get it. As we're at the top of the lineup with Jack Moffitt. Infield is in, trying to protect that go-ahead run.
Two outs, runner at third.
All right.
Number 2.
Another out there. So let's get number 2 and Mason Dugan. Let's get him out of here, and then as Carter Bells will say, get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
Let's get him out of here, and then we'll start back over in the bottom of the 4th, see if we can get some more runs.
Swing and a miss.
That's the one thing that I've enjoyed with GNN is some of the memories. That's the Carter Bells, get him out of here, will go down in history as one that I won't forget for a long time. Well, hit right back to the pitcher.
3 outs.
So the Rebels got 4 in this inning, and they tied it back up 7-all. Like I said, we're starting back over here in the bottom of the 4th. Let's see what we can do to go ahead again. Take a break. Be back in a minute. All right, we're back here, bottom of the 4th inning. Tyson Monsivais hits a blooper to right field that falls down for a single. So a good start for Tyson.
Deep. Nice try.
Davis Nitri is the batter. Outside pitch, ball 1. So, like we said earlier, 7-7 ball game. Govs went ahead in the bottom of the 3rd. I think it was 7-3 at that point. But then West comes back and scored 4 runs, so we have a tie ball game. They did have a 2-run homer last inning as well. Runner goes. It's going to be in time, and he's going to move on over to 3rd on a bad throw. So credit a stolen base to Tyson plus an additional on the throw. Go ahead runs at 3rd base now. Two-1 is the count. Nitri's got a chance to. He puts it in play. We have a chance to get the go-ahead. About to have a food delivery. Tyler works for Uber Eats now. DoorDash.
Runner at third for number 13. Ooh,
So, thank you. I'm not going to eat that on air. So Nitrite is down for out number 1. Brings up Hendrickson. Takes strike 1.
I want to know if that hot dog beats the crystal I had earlier today.
Let's not talk about crystals. It's open air up here in the press box, so in case the crystals come back for vengeance. Check swing. He said he went. Did he go? He went. 1, 2. I think he went. Y'all can look at the replay on that. So Huffman kind of has a little sidearm action there. 2-2's the count. How long you been working for DoorDash?
About 5 minutes.
3-2 count. Hendrickson. Payoff pitch. And he walks. So first and third. It's going to bring up Sackerman. Really just want to kind of get it up in the air to the outfield so we can get that sac fry. That's the ultimate goal. Minimum ultimate goal is to get that run in. And a pop up to the outfield, he could do it because Tyson's got some speed to get in from third. On tag up. I would assume the runner from second will probably take off on one of these pitches. Outside corner for strike 1 to Sackerman. Runner goes. They try to throw down back to third. It was close, but Tyson's in, and so is the runner at second. So we now have second and third. Coach is going to come out and complain. I couldn't tell from here. It was close, but I can't say either way from what I saw. 1-1 count. Coach has said what he's going to say. Nothing's going to change. Having coached a little bit, it's interesting to see. I mean, they come out to argue and nothing ever really changes. Like, 2-1's a count. Like, it's almost like a useless argument. It's like a posturing type thing to go out after a play like that. I guess maybe get the next one. I'm not saying he shouldn't do it. It's always interesting to, in a baseball game that's kind of more stationary. In basketball, I can see you complaining about a foul after it happens. Because maybe next time, but it's just interesting in baseball. They're not going to change the call.
Mm-hmm.
Second and third, 1 out. Sackerman's still there. It looks like he's going to hit to third. Third's going to throw to first base.
Uh-oh.
Sackerman's going to get to second. That's kind of an interesting bouncy.
Well,
bouncing.
also,
2-run score, though. 9-7.
from my angle, I'm not 100% sure that he touched first, but we don't have replay in high school. Yeah. That was from my angle, so.
I thought he did, but who knows? They could appeal it, I think, but
Good luck.
I mean, they could throw it over the first, but they're not even thinking about that. So nobody else saw it. I think that would have been appealable. I can't remember. I don't know if you know. I don't know how much you know about how appeals work, but if they were to put a first baseman on first and he throws it over, they would still count that as an out. As long as he doesn't throw a pitch first. Or another baseball play doesn't happen.
Yeah. What's going on here?
I am not sure. Did it hit? Oh, it may have hit the umpire.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just checking on him. Yeah, I completely missed that because I was looking at.
Well, I saw it. It got tipped and then kind of
Hit him
saw
in
it
the
go
wrist, I
back, but I
guess.
didn't see it hit him.
Hit him in the wrist or maybe just above the hand, maybe. That ball's popped up out of play, it looks like.
Oh.
Did it hit somebody?
Nope. Almost.
Drew Campbell's a batter, the lefty.
And he about hit his mom right there.
He just hitting her souvenir.
That one's on top of the cages.
I will say this. Every time I've gotten a Gatorade over these last few games, another foul ball, they have been very cold.
It's that cooler that Coach Young has down there.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I'm impressed with the coldness of the beverage. You don't always get that.
Shout out William Blount baseball concession stand.
Yeah, they don't have
Oh.
they don't have a men's bathroom that works, but their dang refrigerator in the concession stand works great. So I will trade having to go to the women's restroom for the cold drink any day, as long as they're not alone. 0-2's the count. One of these days, I'm hoping they will replace this press box. I know it's probably not on anybody's high agenda. Except for maybe Eagleton's. Eagleton probably has a brand new press box.
Oh, yeah.
See if we can get Coach Young to tweet about wanting the press box. 2-2's account.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
Yep. Yeah, that's a interesting topic in the Blount County school system. Just the whole sports stuff.
Facilities.
Yeah, new school, kind of new school, whatever. Drew is still hanging in there. I'm not sure how many pitches it's been. Should have been counting. Feels like we're like at 8 or 9. He's been up there for some really bad jokes on my part. Oh, back up to the middle. Pitcher's not able to get it. Great at bat from Drew
Is
Campbell.
that the perfect at bat right there?
Yeah, that was really nice.
Now batting for the Govs, number 23, Jackson Maurer.
Maurer, he hit a homer last time, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, so,
Over the left field wall.
yeah, you called it. You calling it this one? Call it now. What's he going to do?
I
See how
think
good you
that'd be. I think that's a little wishful thinking there.
I'm going for a double. Right center.
A McDouble?
A Mauer double.
Double quarter
I'm
pounder?
getting very specific. So I'm going to be left
cheese?
of the 325.
Left of the 325.
Marker in right center. That's where I want him to hit it. If he doesn't.
Oh.
Rubbed him off the plate there.
Yeah.
Pitcher's saying he can't see. Anyway, that's where I want him to hit it, because if he hits it there, he got some running room. .30 pitch is now 3-1 on the outside corner. That was the gimme strike. Pitcher's really struggling with the sun right now. Outside pitch, so my prediction didn't come through. Let's bring up Lucas Myers.
Point out, running for seconds. Number 22, Lucas Meyer.
Well, it's like Lucas is embracing the full Jason Hayward outfit here. He's wearing 22, and he's got the right. He's a lefty, and he's got the right side, the 10 piece going on.
Hayward. I haven't thought about Hayward in a long time.
Yeah, that shows you how long ago I watched baseball. That's about when I stopped watching, is when Jason Hayward was on the Braves.
All right. 2 on, first and second, 1 out. Nice bunt by Myers. Moves the runners over. He was done what he was told to do by Coach Young, as they had a conversation before that at bat. So he did his job. Gavin Wilson's now the batter. Govs have scored 3 runs. They've scored 10 in the last 2 innings. 3 in the bottom of the 4th.
Oh.
Ball goes
he doesn't
over
duck
Gavin's.
there. That is
take
good.
one for the team, right?
I don't know about that one. That was
wearing helmets. That's what it's for. It's easier for me to say that up here in the press box.
I think I would have done the exact same thing that Gavin just did.
You love it when they start yelling, "Wait!" It's actually way easier to yell "wear it" than actually wear it.
Mm-hmm.
Called strike. 1-2's the count. Govs don't look like they have anybody warming up, so my guess is they'll stick with Noah as the pitcher. 2-2. 2's across. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Let's get 2 more. Outside 3-2.
Oh, the West Faithful do not like it.
Yeah, that was almost in the white in the batter's box. What I thought I saw. But you never know on those outside pitchers, these umpires. Probably a lot of times it depends on what they've got waiting on them at home on their plate. That's how they call these games.
Hey, shout out to him though, because I don't think we've had any controversial calls tonight, really, or
Well, the West
questionable
would
strike zones.
disagree. Yeah, we can get a miss, and that does it for this inning as Wilson strikes out, but not before the Govs got 3 more to go back on top, 10-7. Let's see if we can hold it here in the top of the 5th inning and then extend it. We'll be back in a moment as I eat my hot dog.
All right, welcome back to Charlie Playo Field, as this is a pop fly caught by the third baseman Sackerman. 1 out.
Rail number 20. Morgan Barrow.
See, looks like we have Farrell up to bat for West. Starting to get a little chilly here, Richard, as the sun is starting to, the shadows are starting to get longer. Sun's starting to go down a little bit. One count.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It took me 5 games to realize we're not in summer up here, because it would be sunny game and then I'd be freezing about this time.
Yeah.
So I've got my hoodie on and sweatpants. And you're in your T-shirt. I should have told you. I was freezing last night. Just because I was underdressed. Of course, Lucas was acting like he wasn't cold. If he's listening, I know he was cold. I don't care what he says.
Now batting number 16, Will Zinski.
Will Zinski's the batter. Runner at first with 1 out. 10-7 ball game where your Govs are leading. Noah Harden still on the mound. Although someone is warming up. I can't see the number. Ball's hit the Montevison in center for out number 2. It's going to bring up James Huffman.
2 outs. Runner at first. Now batting number 22.
Huffman's been involved in a few things today. A couple of miscues at third kind of got the first rally started. That drilled him hard in the head. Looks like he's all right. It was kind of odd the way it hit him, though. It was almost like he was so close to like turning his head into that pitch. But he's at first. Seems to be all right. It's going to bring up Griffin Smith.
Up next to plate, number 13, Griffin Smith.
Two outs, two on. 10-7 ball game. Top of the fifth inning.
Been kind of a long game, as most offensive battles are.
Well, I was going to say it earlier, and then I didn't. But when we, the first 3 innings were going pretty quick because there's just one run. And then it definitely has slowed down.
Yeah, 7:30 right now, so we started at 6, so already an hour and a half into it.
I was spoiled those first 2 games where they were run rules. I just got a text not too long ago. I think Lucas might be back on air tomorrow with us.
No, who do they play tomorrow? Is it Webb?
I think it's Webb. And I know somebody was asking me earlier about Webb, but I'm not sure what they bring to the table.
They're usually really good, but I don't know about this year.
Well, that's what they're private schools, so they could become good at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on their priorities.
Yeah.
Foul out of play. 1-2's the count to Smith. Swing, gonna miss, and that does it for strike 3. No runs in this inning. 10-7 ball game. Let's tack on some more in the bottom of the 5th. Back in a minute. All right, we're back here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Carson Hard's your batter, facing James Huffman. Takes first pitch for ball high. This is the first half inning the Govs have started with the lead, I believe. As Hard is hit in the left arm for a leadoff hits batsman. He wore it.
Up next for the Govs, number 15, Tyson Monsiváis.
Let's just score 7 runs this inning. Swing and a miss on a high Kind of outside pitch by Monsivice. Fouled back. Run at first. 0-2 count. Wouldn't doubt if Hard took off on one of these.
Go!
One, two. Said I think he might take off on one of these. And he does not. The ball's hit the center. I'm trying to throw it back behind him at first. Nothing doing there. So Monsivice flies out with the first out. It's going to bring up my try. Runner goes. Throw down. I thought he got underneath that one, the way it bounced. I actually felt like I felt like the ball came up and his foot got under there, but maybe I'm just being a homer. I don't know. High pitch, 1-0, 2 outs. Ball is between third and short for a single, 2-out single.
See if we can get a 2-out run started here. Sometimes those can happen all of a sudden.
Yep. Those are the most frustrating outs as a pitcher, too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not sure which is worse. Trying to get the first out in the middle of where you can't just stop the bleeding, or getting the last out in a tight ball game. Two-0 count. Huffman's mad about his pitching as he was frustrated with that. Although it was clearly a ball on that one, I thought. That ball is hit hard and over the fence for a home run for Hendrickson. That's going to bring it up to 12-7, 5-run lead. When I said it was going to be left with 325, I meant Hendrickson's next to bat. That's what I meant to say. I just didn't make that clear. All right, so we got Sackerman. Takes a breaking ball for strike one. Another breaking pitch, outside corner, strike two. 0-2 count. 12-7 ball game. Swinging a miss in the outside corner. That does it for the end of the fifth inning.
Yep.
Not before Gov's got two more that they've tacked on. So we will take a break. Be back here for the top of the sixth. Top of the 6th inning, 12-7. Govs lead by 5. Harris Eddings is your batter. Noah Harden is still the pitcher for the Govs. Foul out of play, strike 1. Outside pitch. So we talked about playing Webb tomorrow, Howland at 2:30 on Friday, North City 7:30 on Friday, and then they play another team for Kentucky. No, they play. They play another team from Kentucky, but at Powell on Saturday. Is that in play or not? I can't tell.
I think they play somebody from Ohio this year.
Yeah, maybe that's the Saturday game. I thought it was Kentucky, though. I thought they had 2 Kentucky teams. I could be wrong. 1-2's the count to Eddings. 2-2, I mean. It's that time of day where the lights don't put up enough light and the sun is kind of going behind, so it kind of makes it for a dark setting. Ball's hit to hard. Good throw to first. Out number 1.
1 out, no runners.
Brings up James Tilford.
James
Tilford.
Have you watched any of the new TGL, the Tiger League?
No, I have not.
I figured you would be big into that because you play on your simulator.
I haven't. I think it's cool. But haven't done it. Like, I've heard a little bit about it. I don't know all the details about it.
So they're in this. They play usually in like a convention center,
Right.
and there's a bunch of people there, and they're just hitting. They have different lies set up, but it's a mat, and they're just hitting into like basically a simulator.
And in the putter, don't they kind of have the
so the green is like
the green is
I think it's 1 green, but they can change the pins.
Yes. Yeah. And is it mechanical too? Like, does it have different lies?
I'm not sure.
Can't remember. All right, so a walk.
Now batting number 26.
Killifer
Jack Moffett.
brings up the top of the lineup and Jack Moffitt. Yeah, I think it would be cool if they could somehow. How cool would it be if they could like have somebody that has a handicap playing against Tiger Woods on a simulator from, like being part, like they just somehow found a way to like.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Like, I think it'd be cool, like, just kind of having like everyday Joes be able to play in a tournament. Maybe take the top 5 just random players to throw them in that tournament
and have them play on a handicap system. Yeah.
Yeah. Like everybody else would play, all the pros would play as if but you still have the handicap for those guys to see if they compete. I think that would be a fun, like, once a year, like, tournament. It's almost like a lottery pick tournament where you get 5 players or something. That's like, and they see how they compete.
You can call it the Duffers Invitational.
Yeah. Obviously you wouldn't have. Well, it'd be funny if you had some really bad person, but his handicap keeps it close.
Yeah.
He's
If
shooting
he makes the double bogey, it's a par.
He's shooting like 110, but he's leading.
Oh, that was going to be a chance at a double play. Instead, it's bases loaded.
Yeah, but Hard did keep it from going to the outfield, which
Yes.
would have probably scored the runner from third.
Number 35, Van Steinecker.
That looks like that might be it for Noah. And it is, so we'll take a break, and we'll tell you who's pitching here in a minute.
Braxton Green is now on the mound for the Govs. Here's a ground ball to second. Thrown out at first, but 1 run does score for West. Morgan Farrell at the plate now. 2 outs. That's a foul ball.
All right, 1-1's the count. 2 outs, 1 run is in. Ball's hit sharply.
Yes,
Kicks off
that's
that
an
one.
out.
Yes.
Wow.
Good job by Hard. All right, so that's 12-8. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. Get 6 runs. We'll be out of here. We'll take a break. Be back in a minute. All right, Drew Campbell, who had a really good at bat last time around. It was like 30 pitches, and then he got him a single. But we were just talking off air about the new Major League Baseball game. Campbell hits it to right center, pops up, out. It's out. But yeah, I haven't confirmed this, but I was told that the new Major League Baseball game that's coming out has a few colleges on it, and so you can basically, I think you might maybe play in the College World Series and then get drafted.
That makes sense.
And again, I might be way off base, but this is what I think I heard. But Tennessee's one of those teams, so that ought to be fun. Cause I still like playing Major League Baseball, you know, on the lowest settings, of course, so I can like get all the records.
The show.
Yeah, like nothing like batting like 800 with 150 home runs in a season, with like 300 RBIs, and be a pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
With a 0 ERA.
Yeah.
Three-two count, 1 out. To
And
Mauer.
a walk. So
Let's bring up Myers.
got one on that.
So I have 2 boring stories for games like that, but they're fun to me. One of my favorite things I ever did was in one of those, I guess one of the early shows is a friend of mine. We're both Cardinals fans, but I was a youth director at the time, and he was one of the leaders. And we just talked trash about who's better at playing this game. So somehow we got our youth involved into this whole trash talk conversation. Balls hit left field out of play. So we decided we were going to have a World Series challenge. And it was the Cardinals versus the Cardinals to keep it fair, because he was a Cardinals fan as I was. So we had the exact same players, same roster. And for over a 2-week period, we played a 7-game World Series. And people started coming over to the house to watch it. So we had like fans watching us play from our youth group. So it was kind of fun. And the last game was like 0-0.
Was it Game 7?
It was Game
Y'all
7.
went to Game 7?
With the Game 7. And we had people in the living room. It was Game 7. And I'm pretty sure it was the 10th or 11th inning. And ball's hit right at the pitcher. Looks like nobody's going to be
Nope.
out. Oh, slides past. Oh, he got back, though. He got back. Woo! That was a little scary, but he's there. So, yeah, it goes like 10 or 11, 0-0. And this is how far back it goes, you baseball fans. Eli Marrero is the batter. For me, I'm the batter. And I hit a walk-off homer to win the World Series, 1-0. Yep, that was a lot of trash talking, for sure. And we had, we had it on the hardest settings, and he was pretty good. And at that point, I was a pretty decent player. But that was really fun. One of the best electronic games I've ever played.
Yeah.
12-8's the score. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Ty Goins is the batter.
Oh, that was a
little chopper off.
That's what you call an unexpected bunt.
Oh, wow, they throw it. Oh, he probably could have. Would have been close. They threw it back over the third after he moved him up. But they threw it back over the third behind the runner. Got away from third baseman. And runner couldn't quite decide whether he should run home or not. It probably would have been close. Either way, it brings up 2 outs. Carson Hard's the batter. He can do some real damage with just a single. Ball's thrown to second, and that's going to score the runner from third. He throws it way over into the net.
Bad sequence of events there for West.
Good for us.
Yeah.
13-8. What was the pitch, though? Was it a ball or a strike? I don't know.
No, well, I'm not sure. Let's see what we get.
Well, that was a ball. Oh, gosh. Oh, the coach is out here. Frustrated. I'm just going to be quiet. You can hear him.
He's out of here.
Ejected. Here, we'll be quiet and turn this up so we can hear it all. Nothing like some live feed from our ambient mic to pick up that whole thing. Not my problem if they say something they shouldn't have said. They fired up the crowd here.
Yeah.
First strike.
So the pitcher got confused. It's like me up here on the thing getting confused, but he's on the mound. He thought he struck him out. It was just strike one. Three twos the count. West is all jacked up now that their coach got thrown out.
Mm-hmm.
And strike three.
Wow.
Not sure why the pitcher's talking to the. He's talking to the dugout for some reason. I mean, to Hart as he struck him out. Not sure why that happened. All right, well, that does it for the bottom of the 6th, 13-8 ball game. A little bit of fireworks from the coaches. We'll be back here in a minute. All right, we're back here for the top of the 7th. See if we can close this game out. I'm just talking off air. Again, this is my 5th game at home, and maybe call it home cooking. I don't know, but I haven't. Usually I'm complaining about the umpires at some point. That's probably the least amount I've complained about any of the umpires over the years. For the most part, they've been fair, and I don't see where the coach's argument was tonight. Trying not to be a homer, but I just don't see it. I think he was arguing that pitch. That was, let's be honest, they're all outside. So, which ball's hit sharply to third. Sackerman snags it. Pull out number 1. If anything, the coach kind of got both teams fired up. Their pitcher was staring at our batter at the end of that sequence. He is now batting right now.
So we are 2 outs away now, correct?
Yep, 2 outs away from finishing this up.
Braxton does not need a pitch clock.
You don't think
I've
so?
noticed that. This is the first time I've seen him pitch.
It's another thing I don't like in Major League Baseball. And Huffman pops out. So the everything's gotten a little chippy here lately. It'll be interesting to pay attention to the line at the end.
Well, as soon as you say that happens.
Yeah. That one got away from me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that got intentional at all. That was over Griffin Smith's head. The first pitch was, anyway. So 1-1 is the count. Two outs. One away from finishing this thing. One pitch away from finishing this thing. The count is actually 1-2. The ball went over the guy's head. Fouled out of play. All right, 13-8 the score. Braxton Green's got a chance to strike this kid out and be done. And we can get off to being ready for tomorrow's game against Webb. That game starts at 6.
Does it?
I
feel like it does.
Oh, maybe. You may be right. That may be the 7:30 game I got confused about. You're right. I think there's a 7:30 game tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be here on prime time. I'm glad Lucas is going to do it. Two twos the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Full count. So if they can pull this off, the Govs will be 2-1 in the district, having knocked off Marable in the first game of the year, first district game of the year. Ball is fouled, right side. Tyler, thanks for joining us tonight.
Another foul. Yeah, just kind of spur of the moment.
You're welcome. Come anytime.
This probably won't be my only game I do this year because with me helping Cup, I plan on being at some of these.
Yeah. And that's a walk. So Griffin Smith draws the walks and bring up Harris Eddings.
2 out, runner at first. Now batting number 25, Eric Eddings.
Sometimes the last out's the hardest to get, especially at the end of the game. That's why you like to have a little bit of cushion. I don't know what he called. Strike.
That's inside.
Ball's hit the hard. Throw over to first. Gets him in time. That ends the game. 13-8 your score. Govs go 2-1 in the district. And good start for the Govs kind of going into this. So I can't tell if they're coming across here. So, we will be back here, I think, again. I think we thought the game was going to be at 7:30 tomorrow. But we will be here tomorrow night. Thanks, Tyler, for joining us. And we'll call it a night. Y'all have a good one.